I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor but also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of colour. So a lot of you know that I do intermittent fasting, and so I thought I'd make a YouTube video for you on what I eat in the day and why. So for me, I tend to break my fast at about 1:30, 2 o'clock. But before that, I have about a litre of water. So you can either have pure water or have exogenous ketones. So when you have exogenous ketones, it basically it breaks your fast, but you're still in ketosis, so you're still burning fat. The other thing I tend to do is I might have my collagen drink in the morning, so it's Dr. V Collagen Boost. Again, it has no sugar in it and no carbs, so it's basically 8 grams of protein. So it will break your fast, but you'll still be in ketosis, so you're still burning fat. So that for me is the most important thing, is to make sure I'm in ketosis for as long as possible. So for me, I tend to open my fast at about 1:30, and then I tend to eat at about 6:30 on holiday so that I'm done by 8 o'clock. And so then I'm trying to keep my food in about a 7-hour window, 6 to 7 hour window. And that means I'm eating a nice healthy lunch, which tends to be salads, and then I'll have a little snack at about 4 o'clock, and then I'll eat my main meal at 6:30, and then often I then top up with my Dr. V Collagen Boost, because at that point you basically want to be full all night. So I look to have about 8 grams, have my 8 grams protein after my meal. At my dinner time I tend to go quite heavy with protein, so I'll tend to have about 20 grams of protein already. So I'm already at 30 grams protein really for dinner, so that means that I'm full until the next day. And I think that's where it tends to go wrong for a lot of people, is that they don't go heavy on protein as the last meal, and so you get hungry in the middle of the night, or you get hungry first thing in the morning. But that's how I basically combat that. That's the one question I get asked is, Dr. V, how do you manage intermittent fasting? How do you survive it? And it is really just habit. I think first time you do anything is difficult. First time you go to the gym is difficult. First time you go for a run is difficult, but it does get easier. So I would say I wouldn't go quite as hard as me from the beginning. I would do an 8-hour eating window and a 16-hour fast for the first couple of weeks until you get used to it, and then you can start to narrow that window. So my brother does intermittent fasting as well, and my father. So they both actually can narrow their window down to 2 hours, where they just eat basically one big meal. Tends to be high in protein and all the nutrients they need in that one meal, and then they're fasting for 22 hours. So there are lots of benefits when it comes to intermittent fasting. So for me, it's anti-aging. It promotes something called autophagy, which basically means that your cells are eating up the dead cells in your body, and so it also helps with reducing chronic inflammation, and inflammation is one of the key reasons why we go through premature aging, why skin wrinkles quickly, etc. And it also helps with memory, it helps with diabetes, it helps with obesity, keeps your weight under control, especially as you age. I know that my metabolism has definitely slowed down with age after having my 2 children, and so for me intermittent fasting really does help, and it just means that there's less thought process needed to maintain my ideal BMI. My ideal body weight. So everybody's body weight is different, everybody's calculation is different based on your height, your weight, and your lifestyle. So whether you're sedentary or whether you're running a lot, whether you do a lot of weights, so it's important to work out your the amount of calories you need, but also the number of grams of protein that you need too. Those 2 numbers for me are really key. And then on top of that, having the Dr. V Collagen Boost means that I'm getting all my daily nutrients, and I don't have to think, have I had enough of this fruit? Have I had enough of this particular protein? And so especially if you're a busy mom and you're running around, you just want to make your life as easy as possible. So that for me is a hack. So I'm on holiday at the moment. We're in Icos. I highly recommend it. It's probably been one of the best holidays I've been on. The water sports have been incredible. We did hoverboarding, which I've wanted to do forever. Iron Man, how he basically flies. That's what I did. I'll do a little reel for you as well. But yes, so I'm currently, for me at the moment, it's about 12 o'clock. I'm not even hungry. I might even break my fast a little bit later. So I will tell you what I have for lunch, and then what I have for my snack, and then what I have for dinner. And if you've got any questions on intermittent fasting, please do write them down below. it is worth consulting with your doctor first if you do decide to do intermittent fasting. It's not for everybody. For example, if you've got diabetes, if you've got specific heart conditions, if you've got any eating disorders, then this is not something I would recommend for you. But it's great for, I'd say, the vast majority of us, because the way our bodies have evolved to fast and feast, for millions of years our bodies have evolved to hunt, eat everything that we hunted, because there was no preservative system. You know, we didn't have pickling millions of years ago, we didn't have salting like we do now, we didn't have acidity like we vinegar things now, we didn't have any of that back then. And so our bodies evolved to feast and eat, you know, a vast quantity of food, and then fast while we were hunting or gathering more food. And so we could actually go days without eating. So this is a very modified version, to be honest, of that fasting and feasting that we were evolved to do. And that's why it's not difficult to do once you've done it a few times. You know, it's something that's actually quite easy to get into the hang of. So yes, today's a slightly different video, but I'm on holiday and I just love making videos and content for you. So if there's any other holiday videos you want me to make, please do write them down below for me, and I will see you at lunch. Hi all! So it's now 6 o'clock and I'm going to have a little snack. My husband just surprised me with a dinner that we're going to be going to, just me and him, in a couple of hours. So I thought actually I better eat now because I will be starving. Hi all! Okay, so we are now off to dinner. So it's now 7:18, so I think we're going to eat by about 8 o'clock. And I think today we'll probably finish eating by about 10 o'clock, which is later than usual, but it's actually our anniversary, and so always exceptions to the rules. Today probably wasn't the best day to do intermittent fasting and show you how we start by 8, but today we're doing a slightly extended day and hopefully it should be amazing, and I'll just show you where we're going. We're going actually outside the hotel today, and I love to experience local cuisine. It's just so different to hotel food. And they tend to actually be the best meals that we have on holiday, so I'm really excited. Hi all, so that takes me to the end of the day, and it's the end of our date day. It's the end of our anniversary dinner. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so please do subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the comments. Take care, cheers!